Hello there. Let me see if I am hearable for you guys. I think I am. Okay, great. The 1 moment screen is still on. That's for a reason. I have to start my Premiere up for a second. Let me see if I am hearable for you guys. I think I am. Okay, good. That's working. Had to listen to it for a second. Let me actually turn up my microphone. Okay, there we go. I think we are ready. So hello there. Welcome to this very special stream. Let me just go to the let's see. This scene over here. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, so welcome to this very special little stream here. This is a video production stream. I will be showing you how All Things Lambda is made. I did one of these before on the Glorious Rigby channel, but I decided to pull it over to the LambdaGen channel as it's a bit more relevant there, you know, because Glorious Rigby, you know, that's not for All Things Lambda, so, you know, naturally, it would be better to just do it on the LambdaGen channel. So, yeah, as you can see, I can switch scenes right here. This is OBS, as you can tell. My super dope desktop wallpaper. And, you know, I have 2 screens that I use a lot during video editing, so that's why I decided to whip this piece of technology out of the closet so I can switch between scenes seamlessly. Okay, so let's get this, level editing. Let's get this video production stream started, shall we? Going to have to look at the chat on my phone, because if I do that here, I will show you all my YouTube, which it's not that bad, but you know, it's a bit unprofessional, so I'd rather not do that. Let me pull up the live stream on my phone real quick, if I can find it. LambdaGeneration. It doesn't even show up in my sub box. It doesn't show up in my sub box. Wow. Okay, here we go. Got it pulled up on my phone. Black Mesa 1.0 is out. It's out in beta, as far as I know. It's in the beta branch. You can play it. It's in this episode of All Things Lambda, actually. Okay, so I got the chat pulled up. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please ask them. I will try my very best to answer any questions that arise from level editing. Not level editing, video editing. I'm sorry. I do level editing and video editing streams, so I mix both of them up sometimes. Anyway, let me just minimize OBS. It should all be fine. If the stream has any problems, please let me know. So the first thing we're gonna do is, you see this nice little Premiere window here that says Home. We're gonna open All Things Lambda Templates 2020. I made a template for these kind of types of videos, as it's kind of a lot to edit from scratch. So this will help me kickstart the making of this episode. So as you can see in a template, we got the LambdaGeneration intro right here. We got the transition effects. We got the social media icons right here. The video producer card, and a transition with the outro. That's basically what this is. Let me just grab a bite of my ramen. There we go. Hi, quick question. Black Mesa. Yes, Black Mesa is in this episode. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's all in here. Okay, so the first thing I always do is I grab the voiceover lines, which I already edited, and um, they're already like ready to use, basically. The process of editing these files, these audio files. Let me play one.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be.
There you go, Black Mesa. Um, so the way I edit these files is I basically just used Audition, which is this little nifty program here. And Audition basically, well, allows me to edit video audio files basically. So it's very simple. Oh, I actually haven't edited this file yet. Ooh, how bad. So I can actually tell you what I do with it. This is totally not planned. Haha. So first of all, I capture a noise print, which is done by pressing, I believe it was Control P. I just hit it. No, it's not Control P. It's Shift P. Sorry. Automism. Automism. That's not a word. Automation. I guess that's it. It's Control Shift P. We capture the noise print. I zoom all the way out. I select the entire file by double-clicking. Then apply a noise filter over this. There isn't a lot of noise with this microphone. So there is not really a need for it, but I do it anyway. Just for like precaution reasons. And then I just save the file there. And that's basically how I edited all of the others. All of the other files. So yeah, there isn't really all that much to see in that regard. Again, if you guys have any questions, let them come in. I'm here to answer all of your video production questions. Let me see, maybe my phone isn't... Okay, yeah, it is fine. Okay, good. So yeah, this audio, by the way, is from my camera. I'll explain more about that later. Or it's not from my camera, but, yeah, it's going to be underneath the camera's, footage. Let's see. So all of these are pretty much already done. So yeah, I captured the noise print, applied a noise filter. I cut out any silences, any breathing from me as well. If I like have to catch my breath, I edit that out too. And yeah, that's basically all I do for this. So very simple. Okay, so let's go back here. This is the folder that I got all of the voiceovers in. I select them all. Go back to Premiere. I need to fold this open. This is the voiceover folder. This is the like I have a folder structure here. Let me explain that after I imported this in here. Let's put it in the VO folder. And now we're going to get some file import failures. Now this is fine, because Premiere is talking about these PKF files. And Premiere can't read those. That's fine. We don't need those. But I selected them all anyway, because that's easier than selecting each single one of these files individually and then dragging them in. So it's just a way for me to do things faster. So we can safely ignore that message and continue on with our adventure on video editing land. Let's see. More questions. Do you plan on doing level editing streams? Do you plan on entering any mapping competitions? Currently, I'm not planning on doing that. I'm very busy, so I am afraid I won't be able to fully commit to that. That's the entering competitions thing. But I will be doing more level design streams very soon. I am looking forward to doing those, so those are kind of fun. That was a question by Loch Ness Mobster, by the way. Party Pancakes asks, will you be doing this live for other episodes as well? I probably will. But I will do that when things change. Because, you know, just doing the same stream over and over again gets kind of boring if nothing changes to the process. So if something significant changes, I will do another video editing stream. to show you what has changed. There we go. I'm eating dinner in the meantime, by the way, as I had no time to eat before the stream, unfortunately. But yeah, so let's insert these files onto the timeline now. Boop. I selected them all basically, just drag them on here. They should be in the right order already. So that's fine. Let's move them back a bit. Okay, so let's get the camera footage from today. That's going to be in a special folder as well. If I fall silent sometimes, it's because I'm looking at the chat, by the way. Because I'm trying to read stuff. Is mod made by Dev Prospect call overhaul prospect new update made 2018? Yes. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something new with Prospect. I haven't seen anything new with Prospect. May have flown under the radar this week. But yeah. If it's important, we'll address it in another episode. Okay, so let's see. So this is the camera footage, which is completely unedited still. It needs some editing. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so basically we have to grab the cam audio here. Now, let's take a listen to what this sounds like.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the community show that takes place.
It's horrible. It's really bad. And that's because it's not synced yet, so... you can painstakingly sync this up manually. The audio from the, or the video of the camera and the audio from my mic. Or... you can look up these little spikes that I made. So basically at the start, you can see me clapping there, right? And there. And as you can see, that made a little spike here. And this helps syncing up the footage with the microphone audio. As you can hear...
Greetings, everyone, and welcome.
It still isn't synced. That's because I, had the wrong spike there. Let me fix that real quick. Well, that's embarrassing. Doing my own things wrong. There we go. Now it should be good.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode.
Do you hear how in sync they are? Okay, now let's go back to where they are completely out of sync, because there is one way to do this really fast and really easily without having to pretty much do anything yourself. You select both the audio clip and the video clip. You click synchronize after right-clicking the clip, of course. You leave it set to audio. Just leave these settings as be. You click OK. You wait for a bit. And boom! The audio is synced automatically.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda.
And it might even do a better job than I did. Ain't that great? So now we're just going to cut this footage up real quick. Actually, no. Let's remove the camera audio first. I just alt-click the clip here to unlink it from the video. And then I just hit delete. Like, I hit it. I hit it hard. Because I hate that, that audio clip there. So now the only audio that's underneath this is the microphone audio. I'm sorry if I'm awkward with explaining stuff too. I'm not really a teacher. Most of this stuff I do on autopilot every week, so, yeah. I'm a bit rusty when it comes to explaining stuff, so if I need to slow down for something, just let me know. That's what the chat's for. Oh. Hmm. There we go. I just had a bite of dinner.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the community show that takes place somewhere in a universe on a planet. And I don't know where I'm going with these intros anymore.
Yeah, I gave up on the intros. Oh, the script. The script. Oh, the script. You look so dead inside while clapping, says Loch Ness Mobster. Thanks. I am dead inside. Nah. It's a process.
Anymore. Greetings, everyone, and
Oh,
welcome.
yeah,
to
I did another take. I
brand
completely
new
forgot.
episode of All Things Lambda, the community show that takes place in a universe on a planet somewhere surrounded by Half-Life community news. I don't know where I'm going with these intros anymore.
That's a better take. I forgot the script while saying the previous take, so I just redid it. No worries about that.
More. But we all love them, don't we?
A little Valentine's Day reference there, as that's tomorrow. I'm just gonna lay in bed and do nothing all day. Probably. Actually, I have to work in the evening, so not all day. I will be productive in some form.
But we all love...
That cut can be a little tighter. Move that a bit closer.
Anymore. But we all love them, don't we? Oh, by the way, the production process of this very episode of All Things Lambda is streamed live on this channel. So if you would like to know how All Things...
Yes, it's very meta listening to this, but yes, I have mentioned the live stream in this episode as well. So, you know, people can go ahead and look at it. And if you come from the video, hello! You can now see me edit this very moment. How amazing.
Lambda is produced, then I highly recommend you go and watch that live stream, okay? Okay.
I think I'm gonna get rid of that second okay there.
Okay? Okay.
Or not. Maybe I could do like a dramatic zoom. That might be fun. So what more has changed since the last time? Well, some setup stuff has changed, that's for sure. This camera editing stuff wasn't in the previous live stream, so yeah, no. This is all new. But actually, I might have noticed I have a new microphone. I don't think anyone has ever noticed during these newer episodes. But yes, I upgraded from a Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus. It's a mouthful, I know. To a Shure SM7B, which is like a super high-end microphone.
It's on the top right. Linked down.
But yeah, I have it hooked up to a mix panel, and I have that mix panel hooked up to a Focusrite, and that Focusrite is hooked up to my computer. So it's a whole circuit right here of wires and weirdness and blinking lights as I talk into the microphone. But I love this microphone, it's great. It needs some tweaking still. But yeah. I need to tweak it, basically.
It's linked down below, and it's in a card on the top right. That right. It's mirrored.
I'm gonna keep that entire thing in.
Alright, boys and girls.
Alright, boys and girls. Applause! And half my face, is split open here for some reason. I don't know why it's doing this. That might either that's either a Premiere issue or an issue with my camera. I could cut the frame out, but it's like,
All right.
it is quite noticeable. Maybe I'll get rid of that single frame. Actually, it's not even a single frame. It's like multiple frames that it does that.
All right, boys and girls, let's get into the Half-Life community news.
Now, the audio is slightly out of sync now, but it's hardly noticeable.
You know where else is more to see?
So I'll probably just leave it like that. More focus on the mids and lows. Yeah, I have been focusing a bit more on the mids and lows, but I'm still trying to tweak it a bit where there's just a bit more detail in my voice. I'm really new to this audio mixing thing, so I have a lot to learn still. But hey, the best way to learn is to throw yourself in the deep, right? That's my motto for it, at least.
Mirrored.
Actually, I should be cutting that out. Getting distracted by you guys.
All right, boys and girls, let's get into the Half-Life community news. You know...
Alright, that still belongs to the intro sequence. And this will belong to the outro sequence. Let me just edit this real quick.
You know where else is more to see? On our social media pages, of course.
I think I redid this.
You know what else is...
I did.
You know where else is more to see?
You know where else is more to see? Our social media pages! Ha 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 ha! Ha!
You know where else is more to see? On our social media pages, of course. Well, I'm talking about general Half-Life news, but Covalent pages might be in between that as well.
Oh yeah, Covalent makes a return.
It's all linked down below in the description, as well as our Discord server, which you should totally join.
You should. It's linked down below as well. That's me sharpening my throat. If you ever wondered what that sounded like. Boom.
I got my own social media pages too. They're all linked.
I think I redid this too.
I really
No, wait, I redid part of it.
I got my own social media pages too. They're all linked down below in the description as well. I really highly recommend you. Well,
yeah, I redid this.
I really want you to.
There we go. There we go.
I really want you to check out my YouTube channel. It's called Glorious Rigby.
It is.
And it's a...
For some reason, I had a lot of trouble describing my own channel here. It's very, very sad.
It's called Glorious Rigby, and it's about a blue curious alien who makes videos in the times when he's not on a
blooper right there. Bonus blooper.
It's called Glorious Rigby, and he...
Yeah, what does he do?
It's called Glorious Rigby, and it's about a blue curious alien who makes videos about topics that interests him whenever he's not on a dangerous space mission.
That's the right take.
It's called
There we go. Oh. And that's 1,000,000 minutes of footage gone. Edited out. Boom.
It's called Glorious Rigby. It's called Glorious Rigby, and...
Oh, hold on.
Check out my YouTube channel. It's called Glorious... It's called Glorious Rigby. It's called Glorious Rigby, and... baby, and it's about to check out my YouTube channel. It's called YouTube channel. It's channel.
I didn't do this as smoothly as that I hoped. Video editor me is very angry at host and shooter me right now.
YouTube channel. It's called Glorious Rigby. Check out my YouTube channel. It's called Glorious Rigby.
But I'll fix this with a zoom.
Rigby, and it's about a blue.
I think that would make it a bit more seamless.
Curious alien who makes videos about topics that interests him whenever he's not on a dangerous space mission.
Ooh, dangerous mission. In case you don't know, on Glorious Rigby, I play as a character called Rigby. And he's an alien from outer space. And he goes on space adventures. But before he does that, he makes videos. And that's the only thing you're gonna see for now.
You might enjoy it.
You might enjoy it.
You might. You might enjoy it.
You might. You might.
And with that,
And this I usually do in one take, as I did this so many times.
And with that, I'm going to end episode 80 of All Things Lambda. Don't cry uncontrollably, though. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode.
I stretched my back and I just smacked my hand onto a cactus. Wow, Avenate, that's bad. I know you meant cactus, but cactus sounds a lot nicer.
But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon to never miss another episode. Salutations, and take care.
Take care. And this is just me goofing around.
I don't know anything random.
I was trying to look for something random to do at the end, but sometimes things just don't come to me, so boom. I swear I heard that channel name before. Sometime past year. There is a new video on Glorious Rigby, dude. There is. I just uploaded one last month, and I'm working on some new stuff for the channel too, so don't worry. This ramen is good. Oh, it's an alien. I thought it was a furry OC. Says ICE. No. It's not a furry OC. Furry OC. Does he look furry? No. No, he's not a furry OC. Nor do I plan on dressing up as him and going to conventions and stuff.
And girls, let's get into the Half-Life community news.
Yeah, let's do that, Mitch. Why don't we do that right now? Intro. I cut it right before it hits the metal there. The metal background.
LambdaGeneration.
And I cut the video down to there, and then the audio can go on for a little bit. And I add a audio transition, an exponential fade will do just fine. Up until there. Boom! Thank goodness it's an alien. The alternative is just... ugh. I mean, I don't know what the alternative of an alien is. A predator? Alien versus predators. Sorry, I'm just enjoying my ramen for a moment. I have to eat it all before it gets cold, so.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that...
Avanate has a good question. Haven't you usually put the intro before your appearance? Yes, that has changed too. I used to do that, but I changed it up because the number of people dropping off of the episode during the intro was quite significant. So I was kind of experimenting with putting the intro somewhere else in the video to see if more people will be hooked. So yeah, it's a conscious decision to see if people stay on the episode for longer and don't drop off in the first 4 seconds.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that's working properly, and the menu below.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make nested sequences. This is another thing that has been changed since the last time we did a production stream, or I did a production stream. I don't know why I said we. So yeah, nested sequences are basically these little secluded groups of timelines. Yeah, it's basically that. It's a secluded group of timelines. Or it's okay. Basically, nested sequences are timelines within a timeline. I'll just show you what I mean. Let's call this nested sequence Black Mesa 1.0. As you can see, all those individual files turn into one big audio file right there. But it's actually not really an audio file, it's a sequence. So when we add video, it will have video above here too. Just get more ramen. Okay. It's fresh ramen, by the way. From a restaurant, and not like from a package. Which I also like. Actually, I usually do that, but for today I was like, let's get something healthy. So it's got like broccoli in it, it's got bell peppers, spring onions, regular onions, stuff like that. I like it. Just call it a group. It is, yeah, it's technically a group, but it's, in Premiere it's called nested sequences, so.
We all know that Half-Life Alyx is one of the work because the trailer and some miscellaneous screenshots is all numbers even higher.
Also, yes, we're talking about Half-Life Alyx again and how the trailer reached 10 million views. Riveting. HL A 10 mil. These sequences are always like simply named. Nothing too fancy there. Let's add a transition. I'm not connecting them yet because I'm going to have to do some things before I am going to actually connect them. Same goes with this.
Look here! Look, listen! And more accessible.
That was a reference, by the way. Bonus points if you know what that reference is.
And it's free. The rest of the game is linked in the description below.
This is about the Steam soundtracks update. Boom.
It's been a while since we last in the description below. Again, a massive congrats to Muty71 and Multimiller on their achievements.
This is about the speedruns. Speed runs. We address both the Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 world records in this segment. Because we haven't covered speed runs in a while, so... I thought, let's go do that. These need to be a layer higher, actually, before they get swallowed up by the video. Can't have that now, can we? Ooh, it's raining outside. If it gets any worse, and you hear it in the microphone, I'm sorry. I cannot control the weather, unfortunately. Wish I could. It's been raining and windy all freaking week. I hate it. Except when I'm inside. Then I love the rain. It's so tranquil and nice to listen to. You know, especially when you're just sitting here with a cup of tea, just reading, you know, and it's raining. Ah. Yes, please sign me up.
MapBase, the modding platform that adds missing. This is to be viewed and now supports one. Go and check the link in the description.
That's the end of the map-based segment. Which we, well, we didn't miss it last week. It is kind of older news. But it came in, like, right as I was finishing up All Things Lambda. So I was like, ooh, okay. So it came in just a bit way too late, unfortunately. So, okay. The final segment.
Connor Bramner is out. There
is the covalent segment. Just call it covalent. It is okay. We all know what that segment's gonna be when it says covalent. Okay, boom. Now let's bring the outro segment over. Select all these materials. What is this then? It's also a transition. Get lost! Get lost! Meh! Wait, I think I forgot to tweet that we're live now on the LambdaGen Twitter. Hold on for a moment. Let me do that real quick. I had the tweet ready and everything. There we go. Boom. Okay, my apologies for that. I just had to, quickly do that. Or else nobody knows on Twitter that I'm already live. Oh, I've been live for how long? Long. I suppose. I don't know. No, like, a bit more than half an hour. 37 minutes. Or something like that. No. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, massive spoilers, by the way. If you, it's already in the title, but you're going to know what this episode of All Things Lambda is about, by watching this. So yeah. I thought the stream ended and you forgot. No. No, I didn't forget. No, the screen was black because I was tweeting something out. And I didn't want you guys to look at my tweet deck. So, okay, so let's open all of these sequences up real quick. So we got Black Mesa 1.0, Half-Life Alyx 10 million, the Steam soundtrack update, speedruns, map base update, and Covalent. So now they're all neatly in a row here. Let me bring the things here. Don't know why they're all zoomed in here and zoomed out there, but that's Premiere logic for you. Premiere works on clown logic sometimes. You'll see. Okay. So what I do first all the time is I just, oh, wait, no. I go forward for 40 milliseconds. And I drag the audio forward by 40 milliseconds. Why I do this, well, it's because then the transition can complete nicely. And there's like a little gap before I start talking. It sounds a lot nicer and it helps with the pace of the episode. Pacing is very important for any type of video. So that's why I put a lot of emphasis on it. This has to be a bit closer.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that...
As you can hear, it sounds a lot nicer than when it would just immediately begin. That's kind of what I mean with that. And the reason why I'm not connecting these yet is because there has to be 10 milliseconds after this clip. Also for the transition to work properly, so yeah. But for that I have to add the footage and stuff, which I will do a bit later on. Let's actually put all these sequences in the sequence bin over here to clean up our folder structure here. So now I'm going to Essential Graphics over here. I'm going to look for the subject card. This one. I'm going to drag it in here. Put this in there. And this is our title card, basically. And this is just placeholder text. This isn't news. Don't get that confused. Valve isn't actually bankrupt, and they're actually not releasing Free Mustard. It's just placeholder text.
Black Mesa is coming closer and...
Just make that come in there. Now we're going to edit the text. And for that, I'm going to pull up the script. Let's bring that over here. This is the script of the entire episode, as you can see. It's 3 pages long. Sometimes 4, sometimes even 5. Really depends on how much there is to discuss per episode. Thank goodness you're not working in After Effects. I am. Just not for All Things Lambda. For Glorious Rigby, I'm working with After Effects heavily for very, like, more advanced effects and stuff like that. Okay, so basically, I will type these subject titles in Word so that they're not riddled with spelling mistakes, which sometimes happened in the past. So yeah, this is a bit of a fail-safe for that. So, Black Mesa 1.0 is now in beta! Exclamation mark. Copy. Make the text a little bit bigger. There we go. So just for context, no, I do not actually completely reanimate this title card for every single episode. It's a template. Luckily. Okay, so we're doing the same thing here. 40 milliseconds forward with the audio. Then I'm gonna paste the subject card, bring it 2 layers or 3 layers up. Now we're going to write the subject title. So for this case is Half-Life Alyx 10 million. Half-Life Alyx trailer reaches. I can't type today. Then this is why we got Word. Half-Life Alyx trailer reaches 10 million views! Exclamation mark. Alex is a weird name, so it's Word just doesn't like it. Oh, there we go. No. I probably accidentally copied that. Here we go. Okay, Half-Life Alyx trailer reaches 10 million views. Boom. Let's copy that. Steam soundtrack update. Again, 40 milliseconds forward with the audio. Add the subject card. Soundtracks are... Wait, no. What would be better is... Steam soundtracks are getting an overhaul. Dot. Okay, don't forget to save every so often, by the way. Very important. "40 seconds forward. Boom. 3 layers up. What should we call this segment? The speedruns one. Let's call it... Half-Life 1 and 2 speedrun world records broken. Let's see if we can fit that in my little template here. Fits perfectly! Yay! Okay, no, we have to make the text a bit smaller. But then it fits fine. The map base update. Again, you guys know it. 40 seconds forward, bring the audio with it, then add the subject card 3 layers up, and then we think of a new name for this segment. Map base receives a new update. Dot. Nice and simple. Make the text a little bit bigger. Save. Save your project. Always do that after everything you do. 40 seconds forward, bring the audio with it. Add the subject card 3 layers up. Covalent This is new pages. Wait, no. Equivalent has new pages. Some brand new pages. There we go. Oh, what's worth saying here? Oh, it tells me to add a little line there. Okay. Let's obey word. Boom. So now all the subject cards are added. They all have custom names attached to them. But no video. Where is the video? Why is there no video yet? There's supposed to be a video thing above here. But Premiere actually doesn't do that. No. You actually have to remove the entire clip from the timeline and re-add it for it to finally show up. That's Premiere's clown logic for you. So I have to do that with every single nested sequence. Just remove them. Or adding them back, basically, but then with video. Map base. And then covalent. Shapam! Now we do have video. But it's still all black because we haven't added the footage yet. And that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to add the footage of this episode. The actual content. And eat some ramen. It's good stuff. But I already said that several times now in the stream. Okay. So it's starting to look like something already, the timeline at least. Oh wait, we haven't done these
Media
yet.
pages, of course.
Okay, so these have basically have to go to the right spot on the timeline.
See? On our social media pages, of course. Well,
there we go.
I got my own social media pages too. They're
Producer credits.
own social media pages too. They're all linked down below in the description as well.
That's
I
fine.
really want you to check out my YouTube channel. It's called Glorious Rigby, and it's about a blue curious alien who makes videos about topics that interests him. And take care.
Okay. So far, so good. Except for the camera editing, as I call it. The intro and outro are done. And the music, of course. Audio and music stuff is being done last. As that's usually done fairly quickly. Okay, so let's get into Black Mesa. So this is our Black Mesa 1.0 timeline. Okay. Let's see what I already have gotten for this video project. This is my folder structure, by the way. Per episode. A whopping 3 screenshots. Finally. Some quantity. Okay, let's add a folder called Black Mesa 1.0. Boom. And let's add that in. So now that has been ingested. There you go. We got the pictures. Okay, so now we can add them onto the timeline. Good job. Render and publish now. Yes. basically what happened with the one of the previous episodes, where I left the needs footage placeholder in the episode. It needed footage there, but I forgot. Okay, let's see.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Chrome real quick. Let me open a new Google Chrome window. I need to get to the Black Mesa news page. Black Mesa on Steam. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the blog post. Let's go to the actual page for it. Here we go. So we're going to make a scrolling capture for this. Let's see. Where's my thing? Here it is. Scrolling capture. So this sometimes works, this sometimes doesn't, but when it does work, you basically capture the entire web page, which is very nice. Look at it go. I'm not doing anything right now, by the way. Here we are. And as you can see, it captured the entire web page as an image. This is a program called ShareX. And it's, yeah, you can download it for free. I believe it's even on Steam. Wait, we can look for that. ShareX. Yeah, there you go. You can download it off Steam if you want to. If you wish. Pause that. Okay, so now let's go to our screenshots. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. Boom. Let's add that in here. Let's make that last up until when I'm done talking here.
Range on Steam. The main Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam.
Perfect. Let's leave it like that. No, let's add some animation to it. So let's make it start like here-ish. Let's zoom in a little bit too. It was a bit tiny. How does that look? A bit pixelated, but it's fine. You could zoom in on the page, by the way, to make the text and stuff more HD. But it breaks certain web pages, so I kind of stay away from doing that. Unless I can do it. Unless I know for sure that I can do it. Okay, so let's add some animation to this. So usually, avid viewers of All Things Lambda will know that this just scrolls down like that. Boom.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just...
As you can see,
it's
really getting there.
And closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming...
it's lagging. Oh no. Even on my PC with a fucking RTX 2070 and 48 gigabytes of RAM, this is still too much to handle. Sometimes it's too much to handle. Save. Okay, so that is sort of done. Yeah.
Released in the public beta branch on Steam. The main things that are going to be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound levels, such as detail increases and combat improvements. The visuals have also been somewhat overhauled, with some areas in the game now using more dynamic lights and god rays.
Okay. So here I'm just going to let these images scroll past the screen. These two images. I don't have anything from the Earthbound levels. That's weird. They have a nice image there, but you can't grab this image. That's kind of sucky. I already showed these images, though. Should I show them again? I feel like it doesn't harm anything. So I may just do that. Because I actually, I forgot to, like, get footage for, Black Mesa. And I can't do that right now, because I'm streaming. And I feel streaming and recording isn't going to be nice on my computer, so... Yeah, let's just not... I know I just said I had a really... pretty powerful rig, but I feel like it's gonna glitch out if I record footage and stream at the same time, because it's two different programs trying to capture my screen. So yeah, I'll just use this and some pre-recorded Black Mesa footage that I have laying around, because I have kind of an archive, which is a godsend, by the way.
The main things that are going to be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound levels.
Improvements to the Earthbound levels. Oh, really? I thought Black Mesa is a mod for Half-Life and not, Earthbound. Huh? Get it? Actually, it's not even a mod for Half-Life 2 at this point, is it?
To be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound levels. Such as detail increases and...
This resolution of this image is entirely different from the other one, and that bothers me.
Combat improvements. The visuals have also been... The visuals have...
The visuals! The visuals! I'm talking about the visuals. Oh boy.
Also been somewhat overhauled, with some
this one.
Areas in the game now using more dynamic lights and god rays. The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list on the UI alone, which includes flickering at random moments, the god ray settings not working properly, and the manual saves showing a picture of the UI instead of the game itself.
Okay, let's see. For this, I can use the known issues thing. I'm actually gonna zoom in this time. There we go. So now the text will be in high definition. So it's better readable. Doop. Doop. As you can see, this is a lot better than this. High definition text. Okay, let's see.
Lights and god rays. The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list. There is an entire known issues list on the UI alone.
Let's make that start there.
Known issues list on the UI alone, which includes flickering at random moments, the god ray settings not working properly, and the manual saves showing a picture of the UI instead of the game itself. Now, of course, this is still a beta, which is why it's not the official released version just yet. What the Black Mesa team really needs right now is a game breaker.
Boy, you better stretch and Gaussian blur the same image for the background instead of those black... Yes, I'm not done yet. I always do that. I will not let those black bars, oops, stay black. Don't worry. Bit smaller. There we go. But I'm just like laying them out on the timeline to see what the timing is gonna be of everything. I will add like the rest of the animations later on. It's a bit more, a bit easier for me to just place it on the timeline first and then do the animation.
Okay. Itself. Now, of course, this is still a beta. User interface has also been enabled by default, so it can be tested properly.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna check here in OBS real quick if there is a hotkey tied to... No, there isn't. Okay, good. I was looking to see if there was like a hotkey assigned to something because I'm thinking of actually recording some footage anyway for the new UI at least because yeah, I feel like I need to show that. Let's open up Steam, Black Mesa. Let's just see if this works. It might be a bit laggy for you as this isn't like game capture but rather display capture. But it will be fine in the video itself. I really wonder how my computer is gonna react to this. It's gonna be an interesting one, boys. Okay. We're in the game. So I'm basically just gonna press Alt F9. See if that works. Okay. Recording has started. I'm basically just like going around the new user interface. Oh, this is actually working now. That's funny. It wasn't working in the older versions. You can even host something. Ooh. Everything is so bulky though. Options. Just going through everything a bit. Achievements. Look at them achievements. Steam Workshop. That just brings you to the Steam Workshop page. This isn't working yet. The Black Mesa team did state that, so it's fine, I guess. Okay, good. That has been recorded. And the stream is still going on normally, so that was my main concern, that the stream would die somehow. Don't be a fool. You are a fool. Now I'm gonna have to see if the actual footage is good. Videos. Black Mesa. Yeah, it is a bit glitchy. Well, at least the stuff in the corner was. And that over there. That's weird. Did you see that? Huh. Strange. I'll just edit that out. Let me just go through the options thing there.
also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list.
There we go.
The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list on the UI alone, which includes...
So am I gonna fix this, you may ask? Well, or the, flickering frame rate counter there. Well, that's actually quite easy. I'm just going to make a essential graphic. A rectangle. Just gonna put in the corner there.
Enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy.
And now the frame rate counter is gone. Very simple. No effort fix right there. Now, how do we fix that blinking thing there? That is not really a solid color, is it? Not really, so... Be sure not to show all those active multiplayer servers in the video. Yeah, that would be bad, you know, because Black Mesa's multiplayer is so incredibly active. It's like GTA Online, but in the Source engine. That's how active it is. No. Let me just try this. Let's see what it would look like if I grab like a similar color. Hey, well actually... that doesn't look too bad. You can see it very slightly if you really... oh, you can definitely see it there. Yeah, you can definitely see it there, but how long is that on screen?
The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. The new user interface has...
that does bother me a little.
The new user interface is...
But it's better than a blinking, glitching icon there.
The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire...
I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. It's not very distracting. But I'm pretty sure you guys will point it out.
Entire known...
I'm not gonna lift that down. I'm gonna not be able to sleep tonight because of that issue. Okay, let's see. Now let's have some... Let's go to junk. Gameplay footage. Black Mesa. Do I have anything here that we may be able to use? This is why you keyframe colors. Yeah, you could do that. I'll look at that in a minute. That's from a mod. I could use this, but the whole Earthbound level has changed, so this is an older version of that. I'm not gonna record new footage if it's glitchy like that, because that will be a lot harder to fix, as the backgrounds won't be a solid color. What is this? Why is it not... I don't know, has this changed much? I haven't played until this far yet. I played until like right after the dam. Or not the dam, the cliff. Let's just use like an interior. Or let's use Zen, maybe. I got some Zen footage on here. Oh no, that's just a video clip of me showing off how active The multiplayer is in Black Mesa. Sorry. I think this is Zen. This is the final boss. Okay, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Oh. Normally I would go in and record some footage for this, but yeah, it's a bit glitchy. Ugh. Limitations of live streaming.
Now, of course, this is still a beta, which is why it's not the official released version just yet. What the Black Mesa team really needs right now is a game breaker. So if you think, and join their Discord server so you can report on everything you find. A link to the official news post is in the description below.
Okay, that looks good. Let's go on to the animation. Okay, copy this over. I'm now making the background images larger, as you may be able to tell. I'm adding a Gaussian blur. That should be enough. Add it to both, and I'm going to add a drop shadow. To the wrong thing. It needs to be on the top clip. Ooh. I fucked up. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Okay. There we go. Add some more opacity to that. Boom. And add that to there, and decrease the distance a little bit. Okay, now I'm not done just yet. No, no, no. Gonna make the background move a little bit.
Official 1.0 release are improvements to the...
It adds a bit more dynamicness. To the shots.
The main things that are going to be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound levels, such as detail increases and combat improvements.
Oh, jolly gosh! How amazing. Gonna make this zoom in a little. Like
the
this.
visuals have also been somewhat overhauled, with some areas in the...
And this too.
Visuals have also been somewhat overhauled, with some areas in the game now using more dynamic lights and god rays.
Great.
The new user interface is also...
Now let's see if I can keyframe the color here. Actually, I tried doing that before, but with Essential Graphics, that's a bit weird. So you can change the appearance here. Let's see. I think it changes about there. Yeah, so it doesn't animate. That's the point. So like here it looks good. But as you can see, it does not gradually change. You can tell that, if I zoom in a little, that this is still the color from the previous screen here. But it pops to the right color whenever the keyframe is passed. Premiere simply can't change or gradually change colors. I really tried before, but it's just not possible. I don't really have the regular options here for easing either, so that sucks. Oh well. We can leave it like this. Make it change a bit sooner.
Interface has also been The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still
Okay. Let's do this now. Gaussian blur. Boom. Bit less blurry. You can still make out what's behind it for a bit. Now let's change the position of the
there is an entire known issues list on the UI alone, which includes flickering at random moments in the game itself. Now, of course, this is...
Okay, so that's those elements animated. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply transitions. Move that down to 12 seconds. And this is basically the whip transition. Or the push transition, as it's called here. Boom. I like this transition. It adds so much more dynamicness. Which is nice. Okay. Making this a bit longer to compensate for the length. So now they move at the same time, basically. Area. I swear I sound like an old man when you speed me up like that.
The new user
Okay. Yeah, the adding transitions part is a bit boring. It's repetitive work. But it pays off, I think.
Now.
Okay. Let's watch this segment.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam. The main things that are going to be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound levels, such as detail increases.
Okay, so sometimes the transition doesn't show up here, and that's because it's basically just lagging.
And combat improvements. The visuals have also been somewhat overhauled, with some areas in the game now using more dynamic lights and god rays. The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly.
I'm glad I recorded this anyway, because it really does add a whole lot to the segment to actually show the user interface there.
Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list on the UI alone, which includes flickering at random moments, the god ray settings not working properly, and the manual saves showing a picture of the UI instead of the game itself. Now, of course, this is still a beta, which is why it's not the official released version just yet. What the Black Mesa team really needs right now is a game breaker. So if you think you got what it takes to break the entire game for them, and if you want to spend some time finding bugs and glitches, then please go download the beta right now. Oh, and join their Discord server so you can report on everything you find. A link to the official news post is in the description below.
Not in this description, though. You'll only find my Twitter there. But it will be on the All Things Lambda 1. Okay, so now we got the Black Mesa segment entirely edited. Wow. So now we have to do the Half-Life Alyx 10 million segment. Which is an easy one to do. This one doesn't require a whole lot of editing. I just basically need the trailer for Half-Life Alyx, which I probably have downloaded somewhere. Still. Half-Life Alyx. Yeah, there we go. Half-Life Alyx announcement trailer. Let's make a new bin. Wait. HLA 10 mil. Okay. Let's put that in there. Actually, let's start it on, like, this frame.
We all know that Half-Life Alyx is one of the most popular things in gaming right now. I mean, it's a brand new Half-Life game. I sure hope it has some hype behind it. The trailer perfectly reflects this because it's recently reached...
Now I'm going to splice in a screenshot right there. Do I have that downloaded already? No, I don't. Okay, one moment. I'll just put this up real quick. Because I do actually have a screenshot right here. But it's in our content delivery system, which I can't show. Okay, here we go. I got it. And we're back. So, here it is. Sometimes I don't even have to make my own screenshots. Wow. One of our researchers already did that. Here we go. And they liked it too. Funny.
Over 10 million views on YouTube. Man, I wish All Things Lambda episodes would receive those numbers. That's all fantastic and stuff, and I want to congratulate Valve on the nice achievement there, but I can't stop feeling a bit left in the dark because the trailer and some miscellaneous screenshots is all we really got for the game. Valve hasn't released anything else visually, which kind of concerns me. Wouldn't they want to keep the hype up?
Yeah, I'm basically just talking about how there is a big lack of materials for Half-Life Alyx already released. It's kind of true. Wish they released more. So this is just basically more of a talk segment.
Than a month. We're getting a new Half-Life game in less than a month. It's crazy how time goes sometimes. I left a link in the description below to the official trailer. Let's get those numbers even higher.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to add the same Gaussian blur from this sequence, and I'm going to enlarge that, make it blurry, and then I'm going to get the drop shadow from there as well, and add that there too. Okay. Nice. Let's make it move again for more dynamicness.
Over 10 million views on YouTube. Man, I wish All Things Lambda episodes would receive those numbers.
I do. I wish every episode was watched 10 million times, but that's really unrealistic. So yeah, it's fine the way it is. Boom. You actually have to fix the animation from this. There we go. Okay. Fixing more animation. There we go. Actually, now that we're fixing animation, I haven't done that here. Basically, like, adding transitions adds length to the clip. And the keyframes here will not go with that, so... yeah, then the start and end stuff gets a bit screwed up. And then I have to fix that. I think that's it. Okay.
That's all. Trailer and some miscellaneous screenshots is all we really got for the game. Valve hasn't released anything else visually, which kind of concerns me. Wouldn't
Except for the website, of course, which also like contains images.
they want to keep the hype up? Anyway, I guess we'll have to wait until March when the game comes out, which is in less than a month. We're getting a new Half-Life game in less than a month. It's crazy how time goes sometimes. I left a link in the description below to the official trailer. Let's get those numbers even higher.
Okay. Well, I think the Half-Life Alyx sequence is as good as done. This one is a very simple one. Not every sequence is like this or as simple as this. Sometimes they get a whole lot more complex, but yeah, this one is just simple. Steam soundtracks are getting an overhaul. Ooh-wee. Okay. Let's start off by showing the soundtracks page. If I can find them. Yay. Oh wait, this is for the soundtrack sale. Which I need a screenshot of as well, so that's good. I think I'm gonna do another scrolling capture to capture the entire page right there. Boom. Start the process. Take the pictures. It's doing it. I finished my ramen, by the way. So no more eating during the stream. Okay, so we got the page. It should be glitchless, but sometimes it's not. Okay. That's good. Upload and save. Oop, that's in the wrong folder, but that's okay. Steam soundtrack update. And in you go. Hi there, Wild Baguette and Farbo. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Because I'm still in editing hell.
Improvements don't stop there, though. Some soundtracks also include high-quality audio files such as Wait Least. And it's free. The rest of the game soundtracks are not too expensive either, especially not with the complimentary sale going on right now just for soundtracks. The sale ends tomorrow though, so if you want to get some soundtracks on the cheap, then open your wallet right now and get some tunes for your ear holes. A link to
for your ear holes. Let's start right there and then slowly scroll down.
The rest of the game soundtracks are not too expensive either, especially not with the complimentary sale going on right now just for soundtracks. The sale ends tomorrow though, so if you want to get some soundtracks on the cheap, then open...
Okay, maybe not that slow. Let me go a bit faster.
Expensive either, especially not with the complimentary sale going on right now just for soundtracks. The sale ends tomorrow though, so if you want to get some soundtracks on the cheap, then open your wallet right now and get some tunes for your ear holes. A link to the official Steam blog post is linked in the description below.
Nice. We're not done yet, though.
Look here! Look! Listen! Especially, listen.
Hey LG, will you stream your playthrough of Entropy 02's public demo when it comes out? Yes. I will. Don't worry. I will be streaming it when it comes out. So many cool soundtracks. Oh. Okay, let's just go to the... Yes, there we go. This is the page I was looking for. Yeah, I guess another scrolling capture is in order here. Scrolling capture. And go. Upload and save. And that's that. Here we go. Zoom in a little bit. Then we're just gonna scroll down somewhat like so.
I always kind of wondered where the audio player went when the new library got introduced. Not only that, but... Look here! Look! Listen!
Seriously, does nobody know that reference? Someone in the audience? That was a yawn. I was stretching. I have to do that sometimes or else my arms start to get stiff and painful.
Not only that, but Valve also added the ability to buy game soundtracks without having bought the base game. So they effectively don't serve as traditional...
Okay, let's go to like a page. Hades. Why not? Hades is a good game, by the way. If you like Half-Life games, this is absolutely not at all like Half-Life. But it's great. Okay. Just a random page, you know. And a small little endorsement. A little nudge, you know. Go play the game.
Buy game soundtracks without having bought the base game. So they effectively don't serve as traditional DLC anymore, but rather as its very own thing. This makes listening to your favorite soundtracks even easier and more accessible. The improvements don't stop there though. Some soundtracks also include high-quality audio files such as WAV files or FLAC files, making the listening experience even more pleasant.
I was kind of wondering what to put there. I think I'm going to go to Half-Life. To the additional content section here. Oh, just gonna make a screenshot of this. And the local files. Because as you can see, for Half-Life, for the Half-Life soundtrack, we now have FLAC files instead of the regular, or alongside the regular MP3 files. These are high-quality files. This is probably the best quality that the Half-Life soundtrack has ever been in. It's amazing. I love it. Thank you, Valve, for digging that out wherever it was. Perfect. That is all I needed. Oh, yeah, I just need to insert them still. Or ingest them, as it's technically called. Boom.
The improvements don't stop there though. Some additional DLC anymore, but rather as its very own very own thing. This makes listening to your favorite soundtracks even easier and more accessible. The improvements don't stop there, though. Some soundtracks also include high-quality audio. Some soundtracks also include
Gonna leave that until there.
high-quality audio files such as WAV files or FLAC files, making the listening experience even more pleasant. Even the Half-Life soundtrack now has high-quality .FLAC files to play back. I'm not kidding. This is probably the most high-quality version of the Half-Life soundtrack ever released. And it's free.
It's free! It is, though. Is it still? Yes. I think so. It's, yeah, I mean, it was free before, so why would they suddenly put a price tag on it? That would make sense. Actually, it's not worth just looking at that. I mean, it is worth looking at that. Yeah, it's still free. Okay. Good. I'm just gonna make a screenshot of the FLAC files here. With the cover all big and stuff, because why not? Okay. Just to, yeah, no. Give it a bit more variety there. Or else it's gonna look exactly the same as this screenshot, so that would be boring. I know a lot of people probably just, leave this on in the background or something while they do other stuff, like All Things Lambda. And this live stream too, probably. But, yeah. The visuals are still important, somewhat. I can make it scroll down slightly. May just do that. Hades. I don't know why, but I love including nudges to other games whenever I get the chance. It's a bit of a variety for me as well, to not have something Half-Life related on the screen. Like that one time I used Hyperlight Drifter footage for an episode. I still remember that. That was fun. Nobody probably knew what that game was. Hyperlight Drifter is a good game. Go play it. It's what my this background is from, by the way. That's the main character. So yeah. I'm a pretty big fan of the game, you could say. Let's grab the drop shadow, put that on here. Okay, so I guess that is all good. This is animated. Apply the transition there. Okay, so for the animation here, I'm going to go and do something slightly different. Gonna zoom in and go down to this here at the same time. Wow.
Not only that, but Valve also added the ability to buy game soundtracks without having bought the base game. So they effectively don't serve as traditional DLC anymore, but rather as its very own.
And then, like, it's kind of weird to show Hades here, to be honest, and then go to, like, the Half-Life soundtrack. But I would need to buy the Hades soundtrack in order for that to make sense. I don't even own Hades on Steam. I own it on the Epic Game Store. Ha 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 ha. Please leave your hate messages in my voicemail. No, just kidding. Don't do that. You don't have my phone number. Oh yeah, I was gonna slightly move this down.
Listening to your favorite soundtracks even
it still gets the point across, though. There we go. Let's fix this animation. Oh, this hasn't been animated yet. Well, let's do that now then. Ha ha ha.
Making the listening experience even more pleasant. Even the Half-Life soundtrack.
Even the Half-Life soundtrack is more pleasant to listen to. Because the Half-Life soundtrack obviously was never. Just kidding, of course it was.
Even the Half-Life soundtrack now has high-quality .FLAC files to play back. I'm not kidding. This is probably the most high-quality version of the Half-Life soundtrack ever released. And it's free.
It is free? My sound's a bit low. Do you mean my microphone or the desktop audio?
The rest of...
I can fix that, but I need to know what exactly is, low. Okay, so that's finished. Let's watch it.
Look here! Look! Listen! Especially listen. Listen. Listen to what? Listen to your favorite video game soundtracks. Steam just made it a whole lot easier to manage and play your favorite video game soundtracks straight off of the new Steam library. I always kind of wondered where the audio player went when the new library got introduced. Not only that, but Valve also added the ability to buy game soundtracks without having bought the base game. So they effectively don't serve as traditional DLC anymore, but rather as its very own thing. This makes listening to your favorite soundtracks even easier and more accessible. The improvements don't stop there though. Some soundtracks also include high-quality audio files such as WAV files or FLAC files, making the listening experience even more pleasant. Even the Half-Life soundtrack now has high-quality .FLAC files to play back. I'm not kidding. This is probably the most high-quality version of the Half-Life soundtrack ever released. And it's free. The rest of the game soundtracks are not too expensive either, especially not with the complimentary sale going on right now just for soundtracks. The sale ends tomorrow though, so if you want to get some soundtracks on the cheap, then open your wallet right now and get some tunes for your ear holes. A link to the official Steam blog post is linked in the description below.
And this segment only is built up out of screenshots. Going to
audio files such as WAV files or FLAC.
Slightly edit this though. To really emphasize the FLAC folder there.
Include high-quality audio files such as WAV files or FLAC files, making the listening experience even more pleasant. Even the Half-Life soundtrack now has high-quality .FLAC files.
That's better. Okay, good. I call this segment completed also. So let's go back to the main sequence for a moment. We have stuff to stitch together. Here we go. As you can see, we are really getting there now. We only have to edit 3 more segments. One of them is the speed run segment. Right here. Then the map-based update, and then covalent. So yeah, let's go do this. Okay, now. Okay, I'm going to need to grab the footage. Hold on for a second. It's in our content delivery thing. Here we go. Right. Okay, so these are all Twitch videos, right? How am I going to get these? Okay. So. Here we are. As you can see here, we got the streams. This is a 3-hour stream. This is also a 3-hour stream. What am I gonna do? Twitch download. Or can I just right click and then save as? No, that only saves the HTML. That's only reporting. Let's see, has he uploaded the same thing? To YouTube, maybe. Oh, look, that's the live stream. Hello, everybody. Paste that real quick. Yes, there we go. It's an actual video. Good. We can go grab that. YouTube download. I still use this website. I've been using it since the very beginning of All Things Lambda. I use it to grab YouTube videos from YouTube. Because sometimes I need that. Speedruns. It's going to take a little bit to download. In the meantime, I'm going to figure out if I can get Muties one as well. Muties 71. Yes, nice. They have all uploaded it to YouTube. That's gonna make that's making my life so much easier right now. I don't have to and download full 3-hour live streams, and I don't have to figure out a way to download Twitch videos. So yeah. Farbo asks, have you thought about having a list in the intro of all things you cover in the video with timestamps? I've been thinking about doing that in the video description, so you can actually click the timestamps. But the thing is, it takes some time to write that up and stuff, and usually All Things Lambda is on a very tight production schedule. It's that I'm off today, or else I would have probably started working on the episode about right now. So, yeah, around this time, actually. And now we're over halfway through already. So, things are a bit tight. But I could definitely look into doing it after the video is uploaded or like something like that. But basically, the whole production process is an autopilot, and yeah. But actually, I really should add something like that because I think people will find it a lot easier. Just go to the subject that they wanna see. So it is a good suggestion. Is end finish video? No, the video isn't finished yet. I'm basically just waiting for downloads right now. But in the meantime, we could go on to the map-based update, maybe. And knock that one out. Okay, one of them is already done downloading, but I'm just gonna go to the map-based one in the meantime. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to moddb.com. Map base. And go to the article right here. I'm not going to do a scroll capture here. I'm just going to capture the article. Let's leave it at 100%. There's also a nice video here that I can make use of. Actually, let's not capture the whole thing, but just like this thing here, so I can blur the background and not have it black. Here we go. What's your favorite Half-Life game? That's difficult. But I think I have to go for Half-Life 1. I think it just plays a bit better. Just by a bit, though. Not by much. Half-Life 2 is also freaking fantastic. Where is it? Here it is. Map base. That's the wrong one. This one. Another question. Did you ever use Sony Vegas Pro? Yes, actually. I have used that before. All the way back in the day. I think before, I used it from like 2013 to 2016-ish. And after that, I switched over to Premiere. I have seen a lot of video editors in my time editing videos. Man, I've been editing videos for almost 10 years now. Holy shit. Let's scale this up. Adding the Gaussian blur and the drop shadow.
Mapbase, the modding platform that adds all
Let me add a sort of parallax effect to the background. Let's go maybe a little faster.
Mapbase, the modding platform that adds all kinds of nifty features for mod developers and mappers, has received a new update last week that improves the experience even more and makes the mapper life a bit easier still.
The mapper life. You know, the life. How far is the speedrun downloading going? Oh, it failed. Darn it. Video not found. That's weird. Cannot process the video ID. Has it been taken down? No. It is still here. Let's delete some cookies. That usually works. What? Okay. That's weird. To download. Pressing all the wrong buttons again. For some reason, it has trouble processing that video. Let's find like another video real quick that I can... This one. Steve Ballmer going crazy on stage. That's what we want to download. There we go. Okay. I don't want to download this, obviously, but this is what I want to download. Let's see if it wants to work now. Yeah, there you go. Get me the video, foolish website. It's taking a while. Okay, back to, map base.
Easier still. There is a lot to unpack here, so I only go into the 4 main things that has been added in this update.
Okay. These are the 4 main things. Zoom in. If you hear noise from outside, or if you hear noise, it's from outside. I live downtown. So it gets quite noisy here sometimes. Unfortunately. So in case you're new to the stream and you're wondering why I zoom in there. And that's because then the text gets more crisp. So that I can show it in full screen a lot better. Here we go. Ta-da! Still not perfect, but it's doable.
There is a lot to unpack here, so I only go into the 4 main things that has been added in this update. The prop interactable entity has been finished and serves as a prop equivalence update.
Let's see what the video has to say for us here. This is the new wildcards thing. Okay, it does actually address the 4 main issues, which is perfect because that's what we need. That's what I need footage of, so. Boom. How's this going? Slowly. Let me just open a new tab with the website. Processing 2 videos at once. Oh yeah, boy. Let's see if it wants to do this one way quicker. Download. There we go. Nice. We got it. So what did I talk about first again?
The prop interactable entity has been finished and serves as a prop equivalent to Funk Button and Funk Door.
Okay. What's about the chapter system? Okay.
The prop interactable entity has been finished and serves as a prop equivalent to Funk Button and Funk Door. Specular reflections have been disabled on the button and Funk Door.
Now for the specular reflections. That's this segment here.
Specular reflections have been disabled on the main shader if cube maps are missing.
Showing a bit less of that and more of the new
Specular reflections have been disabled on the
thing here.
main shader if cube maps are missing. This is to bypass the Steam Pipe cube map bug. The chapter system has also been expanded with some new features which can be configured through a new script file. And the matcher system used by the in and out
Here we go.
The chapter system has also been expanded with some new features which can be configured through a new script file. And the matcher system used by the in and out system has been renewed and now supports wildcards. And the matcher system used by the in and out system has been renewed and now supports wildcards in between texts. There is a lot, and I do.
Okay, now for this one, I might actually do a scrolling capture anyway, because, well, how far is this one? Damn it! It doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do 720p. Yes, it does. Okay, then we're just gonna do 720p. If it doesn't want to work, fine. I know I'm just I'm not I can't speak. I know I'm pulling videos off YouTube and stuff, but I will be crediting everybody properly, obviously, like we always do in the video source. So it's not like I'm running off with the video saying that I edited it, because that's totally not true. You can see it here. But yeah. Save that. And boop. Okay. Scale this up a little bit and put it in the middle. And now we can make this scroll. To show how much content there really is in this update.
There is a lot, and I do really mean a lot more to discover on the official news post on ModDB. So if you're interested to see what changed, go and check the link in the description.
Go check it. Go check it now.
Still.
Actually, there's no link in this description, so you'll have to wait for the episode to release. Grabbing the Gaussian blur from there. And a drop shadow. Press the wrong button again, as per usual. And here we go.
There is a lot to unpack here, so I'll only go into the 4 main things that has been.
Alright, let's apply all the transitions and let's fix the animation. I should actually just apply the transitions first and then the animation, but it's not that big of a deal to fix it. It's fine.
There is a lot to unpack here, so I'll only go into the 4 main things that has been added.
Okay.
Prop interactable and
Prop interactable.
or specular reflections have been disabled on the main shader if
Alright, here we go. So that's this segment edited. Except for the source text, which is going to be in this corner. But that's going to be added at the end. So both speedruns have now been downloaded. I can insert them now. We can finally start working on that. Speedruns. Speedruns. Okay. That's map base. I don't need that. That's silly. This one.
Fucking reset this bitch.
Yeah, reset that bitch.
It's been a while since we last covered speedruns, but that emptiness is going to be filled up again today because I got some juicy speedruns to talk about. World records even. Let's take a deep dive, or should I say, a backwards b-hop into these speedruns.
Haha. Speedrun jokes. Let's grab a random good moment from the speedrun here to like put there. Whoa, that's a really big piece. Make that a bit smaller.
It's been a while since we last covered speedruns, but that emptiness is going to be filled up again today because I got some juicy speedruns to talk about. World records even. Let's take a deep dive, or should I say, a backwards b-hop into these speedruns. First,
That was beautiful. Just Gordon Freeman flying, flinging across the map, not caring a shit. It's I love speedruns, man. Accelerated back hop. That's the one that I was like trying to come up with. But yeah, I settled on backwards b-hop. Whatever. It's also going to be funny if I got my speedrun terminology wrong. So I'll just say that was my my plan all along. It's part of the joke, you know. Haha. Funny.
backwards b-hop into these speedruns. First, we got Muty71, who has taken the world record title for his Half-Life speedrun, which lasted him about 27 minutes and 47 seconds. Congratulations.
Okay. Put that in there. See, this is a good piece of
First,
footage.
we got Muty71, who has taken the world record title for his Half-Life speedrun, which lasted him about 27 minutes and 47 seconds. Congratulations, dude. It's worth mentioning that this is the world record for an individual speedrun. The world record of 20 minutes and 41 seconds has been achieved by a group called Quadrazoid, which is not the type of world record we're addressing here. Secondly,
I feel like we could grab a better one where Gordon is really, like, flinging around. Or doing something unusual like that. That's perfect, too. I feel like that's a lot, like, more fun to look at than, you know, whatever that was.
First, we got Muty71, who has taken the world record title for his Half-Life speedrun, which lasted him about 27 minutes and 47 seconds. Congratulations, dude. It's worth mentioning that this is the world record for an individual speedrun. The world record of 20 minutes and 41 seconds has been achieved by a group called Quadrazoid, which is not the type of world record we're addressing here.
You can just climb over that wall? Really? If you approach it like that? I always used to use those trip mine he very obviously mocks here. Nice. I'm gonna try that out. I've been trying to skip that segment of the game in my playthroughs. Let's see.
First, we addressing here. Secondly, we got Multimler.
Still don't know how to pronounce his name. I hope he doesn't kill me.
Secondly, we got Multimler, who has completed Half-Life 2 in about 48 minutes and 32 seconds. This is also crowned as a world record in the same area as Muty71. A single person playing through the game. It's very impressive, and I still can't wrap my mind around how much training is needed for something like this. Maybe someday I'll try it
Just dies
out
there.
myself. Someday. I left links to both speedruns in the description below. Again, a massive congrats to Muty71.
Let's grab another bit of footage from the Half-Life one. Maybe a segment in Zen would be fun. No, never mind. Zen is never fun. This would be fine.
I left links to both speedruns in the description below. Again, a massive congrats to Muty71 and Multimiller on their achievements.
That's good.
It-
Good, 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 very good. Yes. It's all coming together. Let's see. 135, 135. 135. There we go. There we go. Boom. Just make this bigger. Apply that to the clips here as well. Copy the Gaussian blur. Select all these clips. Then I'm just pasting that over it. Now all clips are blurred in the background. Then a drop shadow. And all clips as well. And this segment is finished. Except for the source text. Again, that just needs to be added at the end. Alright, time for Covalent, the final segment of this episode. Before we go to the final stage of the editing process. Okay. I think I have already downloaded Covalent. Yes, I have. Good. There's one concern I have, though. We'll see if it's going to be a problem or not. It's not a problem. Never mind. Sometimes Twitter images are weird, and I have to actually convert them in Paint to a readable format, but I don't have to do it this time. Okay. Let's get this going.
Connor Bramner is still making Covalent, his Half-Life 2 inspired comic series. He has released some new pages over on his official Covalent Twitter page,
which I'm going to take a screenshot of right now. Let's see. Covalent. If the images want to load for a second, that would be real nice. There we go. Twitter listens to me. No, it doesn't. Okay. My throat is getting sore. Before this, I had to record all the voice work, so I've been using my voice all day.
Connor Bramner is still making Covalent, his Half-Life 2 inspired comic series. He has released some new pages over on his official Covalent Twitter page.
Let's see. Let's make it scroll like a little bit, not too much. We don't really have much wiggle space either, so.
Connor Bramner is still making Covalent, his Half-Life 2 inspired comic series. He has released some new pages over on his official Covalent Twitter page. These pages include a page about the console and his awkward relationship.
The console page. Which one is that? This one! There we go.
With Earth's administrator. We all know who that little punk is. The other two pages introduces a...
Okay.
These pages include a page about the...
With Covalent, I always kind of like zoom in and then slowly scroll down. Or at least as slow as that it, allows me to. With the time given.
These pages include a page about the...
This isn't very slow, but I always kind of like scroll.
Console and his...
As I like the effect with the comic panels.
His awkward relationship with Earth's administrator. We all know who that little punk is.
Yeah, who is that little punk? Because I don't know. Just kidding. I do. And you should too.
Is. The other two pages introduces us to the East Coast Resistance. They are trying...
Ooh. I do love me some resistance on the East Coast.
The other two pages introduces us to the East Coast Resistance. They are trying desperately to get a warning out. These pages aren't colored yet, but...
No, why aren't these pages colored? Display VNN and zoom plus rotate the foreground image. Nah, I think that's a bit too busy in a way. You don't want to be looking at your content spinning around and like zooming closer. Okay, if you do it right and slowly, you can pull it off. I think Tyler does it pretty good. But this is just a lot more... It's a lot nicer to read this than if it were to like move and scale and everything.
Main things that has been added in this update.
But I do tend to just put some movement in the background. You forgot about speculation. What speculation? There is no speculation anywhere. Another yawn.
We do have
And stretch at
one
the same time.
page that is colored though, and that's this one about Nori, one of our main characters, taking a bath in a lake somewhere near Pennsylvania, while Ishmael, the Vort, is looking for food and Rek is enforcing her privacy. And with a massive gun like that, I don't think anyone would try to get close to her.
Alright, so this is basically all dedicated to this one base. This one. Here we go. This one I am going to show in its entirety and then just do like a pan or something towards the gun. Because that's what I mentioned at the very last moment. That sounds like a plan!
We do have one page that is colored though, and that's this one about Nori, one of our main characters, taking a bath in a lake somewhere near Pennsylvania.
Then from there on out, I'm going to make it pan.
Near Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Get it? Okay, I'll stop. Zoom into the artwork. This is some nice artwork, though. It's decently sharp, and the colors are nice. For now, just position.
And with a massive... And with a... While Ishmael, the Vort, is looking for food, and Rek is enforcing...
You know, if I had more time, I would have tried to, like, detach Rek, like, cut him out of the background and make it, like, a parallax effect. That would have been so cool to do. But I don't really have time for that, unfortunately.
While Ishmael, the Vort, is looking for food, and Rek is enforcing her privacy. And with a massive gun like that...
Let's see...
is enforcing her privacy. And with a massive gun like that, I don't think...
There we go.
Enforcing her privacy. And with a massive gun like that, I don't think anyone would try to get close to her. Her privacy. And with a massive gun like that, I don't think anyone would try to get close to her. If you like Covalent so far, and if you want to see more of this as it comes out, there is more to see on Covalent's official Twitter page, which is linked down below in the description.
Okay, so for the last bit here, I think I'm gonna zoom in. Kind of like that, and I'm just going to... Stupid Twitter. Just gonna take a picture of this. And just put that in. Yep. Here we go. That's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Make this bigger. Let's add a Gaussian blur to that. And a drop shadow to that as well. Speculation. If I made lewd art of Nora, I'd get blocked by... Yes, you would get blocked by... Well, actually, I don't know. But I have a feeling you might get blocked. It's Nori, by the way. That was something someone just chatted. That looks good. Okay. Before I forget, this needs a background too. Oh god. Let's see. Blurred. And drop shadowed. There we go. Let's add some movement to this. There we go.
We do have one page that is colored though, and that's this one about Nori, one of our main characters, taking a bath in a lake somewhere near Pennsylvania, while Ishmael, the Vort, is looking for food and Rek is enforcing her privacy. And with a massive gun like that, I don't think anyone would try to get close to her. If you like Valen so far...
Okay, I think this segment's almost done. Just need to add the transitions.
These pages...
And fix the animation.
These pages...
There we go. We're almost ready to go to the, one of the last stages. That's adding the music. That's one of the most fun parts.
Warning out.
Mixing the music and stuff.
These pages aren't colored yet, but I'm sure they will be at some point.
It also makes the episode a whole lot less quiet and boring.
We do have one page.
We do have one page. I really hate my voice. I cannot listen to it.
We do.
But I have to. You know, watching you makes me want to make another YouTube video again. Good! Good! Because that's the purpose of this live stream. Get busy. Go be creative. Make something. Use my editing techniques or don't. I don't care. But make something creative. The whole point of this live stream is to teach you guys some editing. Which I'm doing a okay or totally not okay job with. And to inspire you guys to do something. So, yeah. Boom. Covalent is done.
We do have one page.
Ta-da! Okay. So, all the segments are done, pretty much. Except for the source text. Which, again, I will add after I did the music. It's kind of this, like, final stage things. Just like the camera effects for the intro and outro. There's also the stage where we are going to know how long the episode is. It's 8 minutes and 52 seconds, effectively about 9 minutes long. So you're going to get a 9 minutes long All Things Lambda this week. Okay. So you'll release this shortly. I will release it whenever it's done, which it isn't just yet. It needs music, the source text, and some effects here as well, some audio tweaking. I won't stream the uploading. That's boring. I will just do that offline. Stream entering your credit card details. Luckily, I don't have a credit card. So, no, after the video is done, I will stop streaming. I need my voice to rest. Luckily, I don't have to be, social at all today. Which is good. I hate being social. Okay, the music. So this is the music that I use for All Things Lambda. I actually added a new song to it yesterday. Not yesterday, last week. Sorry. Where was it? Challenge. There we go. It isn't in the standard template yet. Okay. It sounds a bit like this. Cover your ears. It's always freaking loud. Because Premiere doesn't care about your ears. Stream eating the Oreos. I don't actually have Oreos this time. I only occasionally have Oreos. But when I do have Oreos, I sit on the floor, surrounded by them, while I eat them. Staring at the wall. That's my concept of a Good Friday afternoon. Okay, I'm cutting it here, about here. There. That's where I make the song start. But we're not gonna use that for the intro. We're actually gonna use this one today. Cause I gotta switch it up sometimes. Can you see how loud that is? The whole audio oversteers. -5. That's a bit better. Should we just leave it like this? You know? Just, my voice being completely covered with music. You have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about with this music on. But the audio mixing will be happening in a second. After I have the whole thing crowded, I'll do the leveling stuff. It's my favorite song. It's my favorite too out of the bunch, to be honest. But I can't overuse it or else it'll become annoying. Can I have the original audio of this? You already have. It's on the YouTube audio library. It's called Care About You. Just go to the audio library in your Creator Studio and you can look it up and download it.
a month. Which is in less than a month. We're getting a new Half-Life game in less than a month.
We are? Wow.
Game. Valve hasn't released anything else visually, which kind of concerns me. One day what they keep the hype up. Anyway, I guess we'll have to wait until March when the game comes out, which is in less than a month. It's all we really got in the game. Valve hasn't released anything else.
So I somehow need to extend this a bit to end right here when the next subject comes. That's not gonna work. Hold on.
Visually, which kind of concerns me. One day what they keep.
It has to be somewhat seamless-ish. I'm sorry if I'm silent, by the way. I have to like listen to the music actually. In order to get it somewhat right. Now it doesn't matter because it's gonna be pretty silent in the background anyway and I'm talking over it, so you won't notice it that much. I mean, you guys will, because you've seen me trying to fix this. It sounds awful. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Usually I have more concentration to do this stuff, but I'm streaming and doing this at the same time. The YouTube audio library for Deniso is asking about it in the chat is in your creator studio. Okay, let me show you. Go to your channel icon, go to creator studio, and then in the sidebar, go to audio library. That's how you get there. Anyway, I guess we'll have to wait until March when the game comes out, which is in less than a month. Technically, I should be... getting rid of that and then putting this here. Will that sound okay? We're getting a new no, it does not. This is always like a really tricky thing. For me at least. Less than a month. We're getting a new Half-Life, which is in less than a month. We're getting a new Half-Life game in less than a month. It's crazy how time goes sometimes. Hey,
those numbers even higher.
Okay, that works. It's not the best, but it's okay. I can't spend too long just fiddling around with the audio. If I had more time, if it wasn't like supposed to be up tonight, I would have done a bit more. Let's see, shall I now do challenge? Let's do challenge, the new song. The new guy for the music.
Look here. Look, listen.
-5.
Especially listen. 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 One. Listen to your favorite video game soundtrack. Steam just made it a whole lot easier to manage and play your favorite video game soundtrack straight off the new Steam library. I always kind
I know the song sounds a bit weird, but I thought that was kind of funny, or kind of refreshing in a way.
this type of record for addressing. Secondly, we got Altum, who has completed Half-Life.
And it doesn't sound like something, or I mean, it does kind of sound like something that could be used in Half-Life, at least Half-Life 2-ish, a little bit, a more comedic take of Half-Life.
We got UT71, who has taken the world record title for his Half-Life speedrun, which lasted him about 47 minutes and 47 seconds. Congratulations. It's worth mentioning that this is the world record for an individual speedrun. The world record of 20 minutes and 41 seconds has been achieved by a group called Quadrun Point, which is not the type of world record for addressing. Secondly, we got Altum. Secondly, we got Altum. Secondly, we got Altum, who has completed Half-Life 2 in about 40. Half-Life 2 in about 2 in
So if we can make this seem a little bit seamless too.
about 40. Completed Half-Life 2 in about 48 minutes. And
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. See if I can get away with doing this.
can't wrap my mind around how much record for addressing.
I mean, again, like the audio is going to be more silent, so you'll not really notice this much.
I still can't wrap my mind around how much training is needed for something like this. Maybe someday, try it out myself. Someday. I left links to both speedruns in the description below. Again, a massive congrats to Muty71 and Multimiller on their achievements. Map Bays.
Map base. What are we gonna do? Coast? Or rise? Or rouse? You guys get to decide this time which song is going to be here. Coast, rise, or rouse. I'll play them again. In the meantime that you guys get to decide what I'm gonna put there. So, coast. Or rise. Or rouse. Okay, so I got a vote for Coast and Rouse. Thanks for the compliment, Ghost Marine. I wish we had more subscribers too, but Oh well. We have a pretty close-knit community, which is also very important. It all sounds like Vsauce music. Oh, okay. I mean, Vsauce music is pretty good. What was the artist's name again? I've listened to some of his music before. Jake Chutnow. Or something like that. Okay. Yeah, okay, I got more votes for Coast. Let's go with Coast for the final thing here. The problem is, it ends right before the outro. I'll have to extend it. Yeah, that's audio channels. Don't need that.
Social media.
Okay, let's hear this. That could work. That works. Ooh. That's a nice outro. I like that. Let's add a film dissolve there. It's gonna let the music run out there, which calms the viewer down after a long, extensive All Things Lambda episode. And a thorough one. Gosh darn, what an amazing episode. Okay, no. Let's just do some audio mixing. So as you can see here, I brought over the Essential Sound panel. You may have seen it sneaking in the background sometimes at some places during this live stream. And here it is. Now we're actually going to make use of it. So I'm going to tag all the music here as music. Pretty simple, right? Now I'm going to tag all the dialogue here as dialogue. Now what I can do, and I'm going to need you guys' opinion of this. This is actually quite important. But what I can do here is I can go ahead and let me just mute all the other clips. I can add a... Okay, just checking something. I can actually add a vocal enhancer to this, but I don't know if it would be necessary or not. So you guys tell me if you guys like the vocal enhancer more, or if you would you guys would like me to leave it off. So here's the normal audio.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer.
That's not the normal audio. This is the normal audio.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta
That's the normal audio. Now we're going to enhance the speech.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam. The main things that are going to be included in the official 1.0 release.
So what do you guys think? Should I leave it on or should I leave it off for my voice? Because I never really know what you guys like best in terms of that. I got someone who says, don't do it, leave it off. Fearonor wants me to leave it on female. I got someone who says, enhanced is better. Without, it doesn't have as much bass. Loch Ness Mobster says it doesn't sound any different. Want your nice vanilla sound. Enhancer sounds a bit louder, leave it off. Okay. Then I think I'm going to leave it off, looking at the votes. I think I am going to put the volume up a little bit. Let's hope this doesn't oversteer. Okay.
Greetings everyone and welcome. Closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam. The main things that are going to
Let me turn it on and off, just for show purposes.
be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound
Okay, that's enhanced speech on.
levels, such as detail increases and combat improvements. The visuals have also been somewhat overhauled, with some areas in the game now using more dynamic lights and god rays.
And this is it off.
The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list on the UI alone, which includes flickering at random moments, the god ray settings not working properly, and the manual saves showing a picture of the UI.
So that's enhanced speech off. I'll leave you guys to the side for a moment while I go mix the audio properly by just clicking two buttons. There we go. Listen with music. Okay, let's do that. Let's listen with the music.
Greetings everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda. The community. Greetings everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda.
I feel like I forgot to... Yeah, I didn't turn these up at all. For none of them? Oh, I just forgot those. Okay.
Greetings everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the community show that takes place in a universe on a planet somewhere surrounded by Half-Life community news. I don't know where I'm going with these intros anymore.
Let's start at the Black Mesa part. Here, I'm gonna mute the intro for a second.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa...
I'm going to turn down the music volume a little bit, as I still think it's a bit too loud.
1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch.
Okay, I'm now going to play it and turn it on and off.
Black Mesa is
Okay, it's off now.
coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it on.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam. The main things that are going to be included in the...
What do you guys think? Enhanced speech or non-enhanced speech? You guys get to decide.
The prop interactable entity has been finished and serves as a prop equivalent to Funk Button and Funk Door. For food, and Rek is enforcing her privacy. And with a massive gun like that, I don't think anyone would try to get...
Alright, I have one person says have it on. Off better. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's better. I prefer off. Okay. So I got 2 votes for yes, 2 votes for no. 3 for yes. I feel nothing is looking forward to this week's episode. Thank you. My voice is blending better with the enhancer. Vanilla is always better. Non-enhanced speech. It sounds like I'm listening to this while standing outside a car. Okay.
A bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam. The main things that are going to be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound levels, such as detail increases and combat improvements. The visuals have also been somewhat overhauled, with some areas in the game now using more dynamic lights and god rays. The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list on the UI alone, which includes flickering at random moments, the god ray settings not working properly, and the manual saves showing a picture of the UI instead of the game itself. Now, of course...
Okay, so this is interesting. What if I do this at the beginning segments? I
recommend you go and watch that live stream, okay? Okay. It's linked down below, and it's in a card on the top right.
Okay, that just sounds really weird, actually, huh?
The top right. That right. It's mirrored. Alright, boys and girls, let's get into the Half-Life community news.
LambdaGeneration.
Black Mesa is coming closer and closer to being the final game that it was always supposed to be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa
and the end. Yeah, but I think the vocal enhancer sounds a bit weird and tinny at the ending segments. Yeah, I don't know. To be very honest, I kind of prefer it to be off as well now. The thing is, I just need to tune my microphone more so that it actually sounds good. But yeah. What if I decrease the music even more?
To be. The goalpost is coming near, and we just inched a bit closer still because the official Black Mesa 1.0 beta has been released in the public beta branch on Steam. The main things that are going to be included in the official 1.0 release are improvements to the Earthbound levels, such as detail increases and combat improvements. The visuals have also been somewhat overhauled, with some areas in the game now using more dynamic lights and god rays.
What if the enhancer is only in the middle? I see now that you're just joking, probably.
The new user interface has also been enabled by default so it can be tested properly. Now, it's still a bit buggy. There is an entire known issues list on the UI alone, which includes flickering at random moments, the God ray settings. You have to wait until March to manage and play your favorite video game soundtracks straight off of the new Steam library. I always kind of wondered where the audio player went when the new library got introduced. Not only that, but Valve also added the ability to buy game soundtracks without having bought the base game. So they effectively blasted him about 20 cents, a lot to unpack here. So I only go into the 4 main
Play, please?
whenever he's not on a dangerous space mission. You might enjoy it. And with that, I'm going to end episode 80 of All Things Lambda. Don't cry uncontrollably though, we'll be back next week with a brand new episode. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon to never miss another episode. Salutations, and take care.
Okay, I think it sounds good now, with the music turned down a little bit. The treble is down. What exactly... So, like, on my sound panel, I can only change the lows, mids, and highs. So yeah, I don't really have anything for treble, unfortunately. Okay, but I think the episode's finished, except for the source texts. I need to get those still. For that, I have to open a previous episode. As you can see, this is pretty much like the last episode. It looks very similar to what we have now with the episode we have been editing. A closeout project. You see? Almost exactly the same. I don't think I have any... No, wait, I do. Okay. Until there, and this is from... Not from Andreas Winterstellar this time, but from Black Mesa on Steam. So, Black Mesa Steam. Okay. The rest is all captured by me. This is Half-Life Alyx from Valve. Valve YouTube. Steam soundtrack update. This is entirely screenshot based too. Of course, for this too, we need source texts. This is Maltamiller, right? Yes, he did the Half-Life 2 one. Maltamiller. See if I got his name correct. Yeah, I tried to do a country voice when I said Half-Life Alyx earlier. That failed. This is of course Muty71. But his YouTube channel is just called Muty, so I'm gonna use that, as this comes from his YouTube channel. This is Multimuller again. This is Muti, so I'm just gonna shove that to there. Oh, that's Muti again. Hold on. Boom. All right. Map base. This all comes from. This is from YouTube. Okay. Just gonna credit the YouTube video there. If I can find it, yes I can. Blixibon. Did I spell it correctly? Yes. Okay, good. Got a lot of YouTube sources. And now Covalent, of course. We can't not give Connor his credit for the amazing art that he's been making. But the Twitter is different. It is Covalent HL2, but it's at Covalent. No, it's just HL2. Never mind. But the L isn't actually capitalized here, as you can see, but the H is. But since this is all capitalized anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Little punk kids. The other two pages introduce.
Alright, I think we got all the source text done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a finished video on our hands. It's done. So yeah, I'm going to export this real quick. And in the meantime, we are going to be focusing on the thumbnail. Yeehaw, partner. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Episode 80. All Things Lambda, episode 80. There we go. All settings are good. Hardware encoding. Let's queue that up and let's let Media Encoder handle it. Media Encoder. The program I hate the most. I goddamn hate Media Encoder. I want to kill it and its entire family. Media Encoder, I mean. In case YouTube wants to take down the live stream because I threatened a piece of software. So why do I hate Media Encoder so much, you may ask? Well, that's because it almost always screws up the rendering process, but there isn't really a better way of rendering this, so I have to just, you know, deal with it. Okay. Start. Let's hope it doesn't fuck up the graphics again. Whoa, actually, no. We are not done yet. We haven't done the zoom in things here. We have to do that.
Greetings, everyone. And
let's do that right now.
Greetings, everyone, and everyone.
So we unfortunately do not have a finished episode on our hands just yet. But we will in a little bit.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the community show that takes place in a universe on a planet somewhere surrounded.
I should make YouTube poops at some point.
the community show that takes place in a universe on a planet somewhere surrounded by Half-Life community news. I don't know where I'm going with these intros anymore.
Alright. Actually, let's do ununiform scaling. This is the perfect image that shows how I feel right now. Nah, just kidding. I am happy. Happier than that, at least.
I don't know where I'm going with these intros anymore. But we all love them, don't we? Oh, by the way, we all love them.
Let's zoom in to my hand, making this really weird, kind of fleshy, thing
but
there.
We all love them, don't we? Oh, by the way, the production process of this very episode of All Things Lambda is streamed live on this channel. So if you would like to know how All Things Lambda is produced, then I highly recommend you go and watch that live stream, okay? Okay.
Okay, zooming in on my face here again.
Okay. It's linked down below, and it's in a card on the top right. That right. It's mirrored. Alright, boys and girls. Right. That right.
No, it's not that right. It's this right.
Right. That right. Card on the top right. Card on the top right. Right.
I'm just gonna cut that out.
That right. It's mirrored. Alright.
Here we go. Oh, but then I have to completely redo the music too. Ah, no. Hold on. I'm redoing too much. Or undoing too much.
It's linked down below, and it's in a card on the top right. That right.
It was in this. It wheeze in this corner. Yes. I very good in typing. You can tell. I'm the type master. I'll just add like an arrow or something pointing to that corner. Do I have an arrow just saved? I do. Oh, yeah, but Premiere can't read SVG files. Awesome. What does this look like? That's perfect. Let's just open Illustrator and unpin that. That's not really what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's convert this. Let's convert this into a EPS file. Should do. Premiere can read EPS files. Hey, there we go. Yes, oh yes, look at that. We got a delicious arrow that we can now use to point in the corner, eh? Ah, but you look at that. It's a point in the corner. But it needs to be white instead of black. So we're just going to have to, Actually, I think I can just update this. Hold on. White. White. Thank you, Illustrator. Save. And it updates automatically. I'm actually going to turn off the drop shadow there, and I'm going to add a different drop shadow. Here it is. So that everything now has a drop shadow instead of just the text.
It's mirrored.
All right. Now I just need to let it appear somehow. Okay, let's make it rotate as well. Why not? Let's go crazy.
It's mirrored. All right, boys and girls, let's get that right.
Let's zoom in a bit and rotate this.
It's mirrored. All right.
No, it wasn't mirrored.
Boys and girls, let's get into the Half-Life community news.
I forgot a transition there too. Oh boy. No, I don't want that for everything. I just wanted it there. So it has like a push transition here too. Which is nice. Now for the ending.
You know where else is more to see? On our social media pages, of course. Well, I'm talking about general Half-Life news, but covalent pages might be in between that as well. It's all linked down below in the description, as well as our Discord server, which you should totally...
Can you make it drop 2? Technically I could, but I like how this just cuts to like this shot here. It kind of cuts away, like together with the footage in the background, which I think looks a bit more natural.
Right. It's mirrored. All right, boys and girls.
I don't know. I like that kind of style of editing a bit better. Like I could make it drop, but it would be a bit busy or too busy.
Below in the description, as well as our Discord server, which you should...
I could use a bit more zoom in like that.
Which you should server, which you should totally join. I got my own social media pages too. They're all linked down below in the description as well. I really want you to check out my YouTube channel. It's called Glorious Rigby, and it's about a blue curious alien who makes videos about topics that interests him whenever he's not
not. There we go. I like zooming in a little bit on key moments.
Topics that interests him whenever he's not on a dangerous space mission. You might enjoy it. And with that, I'm going to end episode 80 of All Things Lambda. Don't cry, Lambda.
I can zoom in here a bit too.
Don't
open the cookie jar. There we go.
Don't cry uncontrollably, though. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. But in the meantime, don't forget...
And I always zoom in here a bit.
Don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon to never miss another episode. Salutations, and take...
Not too much, though. Just a bit like that. Easy.
New episode. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon to never miss another episode. Salutations, and take care.
And now we got ourselves an actual finished episode on our hands. Finally, some good fucking Half-Life community news. Okay, let's export this again. All Things Lambda, episode 80. Cue that shit. Here we go. We finally did it, guys. It's being rendered as we speak. Here it goes. Now let's hope the graphics won't break. That sometimes happens, and it's annoying. Oh, look, it's the thumbnail of this live stream. Wow, I had that open still. Let's see. This one. This is from the last episode. Basically, just gonna save the thumbnail to my computer. Make a new folder called episode 80. Save it there. Gonna remove all these pieces. Change the date. It's the 13th today. And change the text. Now, what's the biggest thing that happened this week? I think the Black Mesa 1.0 update, right? I'm gonna have to put Black Mesa in the thumbnail again. I also suggest you raise your volume on your stream. It's pretty low. Let's see. Is this better? I don't know. I mean, I have it pretty high already. Let's see. Achieve them all. It's gonna change to... Wait, it's almost done. As in, Black Mesa is almost done. Yeah, I think that's nice. Let's align these, actually. Or else I'm going to vomit uncontrollably. It's almost done. But what am I going to put there? Well, there's this one thing, actually. There's one screenshot of Black Mesa that I haven't used. That's this panorama. Can put that in the foreground at least. It's really low res though. Yeah, that's not nice looking. I now know why I haven't used that. Let's just use this one. This one has the most visual flair. Because it has a lens flare. Get it? Visual flare? Lens flare? Let's just continue. But what am I going to put in the foreground? What do they have at the, News post. They didn't really include much more. I already had this one in the 2 episodes ago. So I'm not gonna add that again. That would be bad. Let's add a barnacle. I don't know why, but I feel like adding a barnacle. That's not a barnacle. That's a sand barnacle. Oh, right. Yeah, a sand barnacle, of course. Ew. That is disgusting. Is this a Roblox barnacle? Roblox? Why is it Roblox? But it is transparent, though. No, wait, never mind. Looking closer at it, it's a Roblox model. I'm not gonna do that, no. A head crab. Ooh. Why is this... No. Ew. Gross. What the fuck? No. That's not what I expected when I looked up a barnacle, but I guess that's what I should have expected, maybe. Half-Life 2 head crab. Jump? I mean, I could use this easily. Yeah, let's use this. Just gonna copy the image. Actually, no. Let's see if there's a higher resolution of this. I don't think so. Let's save the image. And let's put it here. So I can remove the background real quick. Just real quick, just, you know. There we go. Background erased. Just copy this. Put it in here. Oh, it didn't go super well. I need to remove that. But that's okay. I can do something fun with this, probably. That's a bit better. Now I'm going to add some motion blur to this. Like it's actually jumping. And I'm gonna put it in front of the text. Like this. Huh? That's kind of fun. And then I'm gonna blur the background a bit as well. Blur everything. Let's blur everything. Let's add some light bokeh. So we got these nice bokeh effects there with the lamps. Look. I like that a lot. Ooh. I do kind of like it, but maybe if we... color the background a bit more, like that. Ooh. Here we got ourselves a thumbnail. What do we think of this? I kind of like this. Should I have the color like that for the background, or should I just leave it normal? You guys get to decide as I go check the finished episode for mistakes.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a brand new. By the way,
I'm pretty much just looking for editing mistakes. And for broken graphics. But so far, it's looking pretty good. Okay. Good. So the episode is done rendering. It's finished. Ah, a little bit of that. I don't know if I can do it a little bit, but... How's this? Maybe this is pretty... It's pretty decent. I kind of like it. What do you guys think? I kind of like this. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do this. It's almost done. February 13th. That's the right date. Okay. Export as a JPEG. Just there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So this is the finished thumbnail. I like it. I think it's nice. Okay. So now it's time to upload this episode. But I don't think I'm going to do that on stream. So I will be ending it here. We have edited an episode from scratch, almost, basically. And I hope you guys really enjoyed watching that, because I enjoyed streaming it. I will be doing more of these types of live streams, but whenever things change, basically, which, you know, things don't often change, really. But when things do change in the editing process, I will let you know. So, let's see. We just go to blackness right here. Okay, so I would like to thank you a lot. Wait, what? Did something just come out? Time to add the newest Half-Life Alyx release date confirmed by Valve. Hold on. I don't see anything. Oh, okay. Damn it! We just missed. Valve, why? I mean, I honestly don't have time to add a whole new segment to the video. This is literally... Okay. Hold on. Hold on. This comes in right now. Like a few minutes ago. After I completely finish the episode and I'm ready to upload it. This is exactly how it happened the last time too. Like a day later or something, Valve made a massive announcement. It's just like, fuck me, dude. Okay, I might make a follow-up video on this, but I don't... Just add a 5-frame long impact text. XD. Yeah, I might make a follow-up video about this tomorrow, but right now I can't include it. This sucks. Wow. Okay, thanks, Valve. Thank you. Alright, anyway, I'm going to end this live stream right here. So yeah, I'm gonna end the live stream right here. I'm gonna upload this episode. You'll be seeing it online in a few minutes-ish. And then you guys can check it out and point out all the little editing things in the comment section. Okay, anyway. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys learned from this. I hope I inspired you guys, maybe, even. That would be nice. And I'll be seeing you guys next week in the next episode of All Things Lambda, or in a few minutes, depending on how you look at it. Alright. I still don't know how to end live streams. Okay. Salutations, and take care. Bye. Bye.